Hi everyone, welcome to your channel OCHAREO. This video is about the odun IROSO ODI. The women command this odun, Maferefun Elegua, Ochun, Yemaya and other Orisha. In this odun talk about the child that was born with the bread in his hand. That's why one of the prohibition is the abortion. The man that he had a family, he didn't have any job to do and he was so poor. And when he find a job, they didn't pay him enough to provide his family. But his wife, even though she was pregnant, she always was encouraged him to see his godfather in Ifa. But he refused to that because he didn't have the faith that his wife has. So he continued with a lot of problems in his life. So one day he decided to go for divination with Orumila. And Orumila recommended him to do an ebo. But he didn't believe in that either because he didn't have enough money to pay. So he told his wife, I don't want to do this ebo. But his wife persists in that. Go and do the ebo and you will see how everything will be better for us. So one day he went and did the ebo, but they continued in the same situation. But his wife that was pregnant, she had a baby. The queen that was pregnant at the same time, when she delivered her baby, days later she passed away. So the king that he knew that someone had a baby in that town too called her to raise both child at the same time. So he gave her a room in Paris and also named her husband general of his troops. So in that moment, the prosperity arrived to their life. So in this order, it's important to listen each other because when one get the prosperity, the other one has to. This is the order that we are supposed to be together and also listen each other to grow in our life. Yemaya and Orumila, they had a great relationship in this order and they had a lot of clients in the house. But always Orula, he was in different parties and he went from town to town with different women. So Yemaya, that she was born in her house and she saw that they had too many clients and he didn't have time to attend them properly. She decided to study and she took his book and started to study Ifa. So one day she decided to read everyone that went to her house and she had a great prosperity with that and everyone was happy with Yemaya. One day that Orula came for another town, he saw a lot of people in his house and he asked them, what are you doing here? And one of them said, Yemaya is reading all of us and she does a great book for us. So we don't need you anymore. So when he went to the bedroom, he saw Yemaya with pants and one hat doing an ebo in the table. So he got so angry and he finished the relationship with Yemaya. So this odun about us that is important to study and do everything that is possible for our kind and attend our house. Because even though the woman looks so weak, they are so intelligent and they are capable to do anything that we do in our life. So if you have the mission, try to do it. This is the case for the godparents too, that they want to crown people. They want a lot of godchildren in the house, but after a while, they get bored. They don't want to attend them. They don't want to study the religion. This religion is the religion they are supposed to study and prepare yourself to attend the community. Why? Because when you got child, he doesn't have the answer that he deserves from you. He go to another place. So at that moment, we get angry and the conflict start but from the godchild to the godparent and vice versa. This is the reason that when you want to crown people, you need to prepare yourself. You need to be able for you got child because they go to call you at any time for help. So it's important that you have that in mind to keep the relationship with your wife and you got kids together. In this Odun taught you about Orumila. When the people want to betray him, Orumila, he had a lot of enemies around his house. And one day he had a reading with his Ifa and he saw this Odun IROSO. And Ifa recommended him to take the pilon, and before he sit down in estera, he put the pilon on top and match Yang on top of it. When he went to that house, the enemy put underneath the estera the snake in order that the snake bite him and he passed away. But he that knew that he put the pilon and start to match the Yang and he saw the blood of the snake, and at that moment he discovered his enemy and also he saved his life. So this Odun recommend us that don't sit in chair that have holes. For example, that when you want to do elimination, don't allow anyone to prepare the estera for you. You prepare your own estera. Be careful when you go to any ceremony where you're going to sit down because people could put sandwich cracks in the chair and then when you sit down, you pick it up all of the bad energy that it has. So it's important that you be so careful with that. And in addition with that, when you go to any ceremony, you can clean yourself in front of Elegua or your guardian angel. Could be with the fruit, with the piece of bread, with something. Why? Because in order that when you go to the place, the guardian angel and Elegua protect you and gives you the vision to see your enemies. In this Odun, the farmer he had a great plantation of cotton, but he couldn't sell any of them. And his brothers didn't want to help him because they didn't know about this plan. One day he went to see Orumila, and Orumila recommended him to do an ebo with the rooster and 2 hens for Ochun. And he did that. He fed Elegua with a rooster and also Ochun. Elegua, that he was so happy with that, he opened the path in his farm. So one day, the doctor commission was around that plantation and one of them get hurt and start to bleeding a lot. So one doctor took a piece of cotton and put in his skin and he saw how he had the capacity to stop the blood. So all of them decided to see the owner of that plantation and make business with him. So when they went to his house, they were so happy and he made a lot of money with them. So this is one of the reasons that the person that had this organ are supposed to have a little piece of cotton in his house. So we can put it, for example, if you have kind of batara inside of batara, the natural one, try to have a plant of cotton because this is good for you. Also, when the people don't help you feed Elegua, the Elegua always go to open the path for you. In addition to that, you can take Ochun to the river and feed Ochun with 2 hens. But when you do that, do the access for Ochun and also cook the hens for her and you will see how you get the evolution that you need in your life. This Odun talk about the tree, the Seiba, that she was so sacred and Olofi blessed her. The other trees have envy of the Seiba, so they decide to bend the Seiba. But when they did that, this tree multiplied in more. So they said, you know what, it's better that we keep the relationship with her because she got the bless from Olofi. So this Odun, when you got a chance, take a piece of Seiba tree and then you feed it with Elegua. So you can put it next to your guardian angel, their talisman, and in the morning, take it with you for any place that you go in your pocket. This is the odun that people envy you because you have a lot of blessing from all of it. The person that has IROSO, even though you have had moments in life, always you're going to find the prosperity that you need. Thank you, all of you, for watching. Here you are, another video about the odun IROSO to improve your knowledge about this religion. Leave your comment below, a like, subscribe to this channel to receive notification of the new videos and live streams. Health, faith, and prosperity. Ya tú sabes. Oh, chareo.